So I was not gonna make this video because I don't want to think that I'm all so special, and I don't know. Anyways, I just finished up on a 2-day vow of silence. My memory says to me that I had taken a vow of silence for 6 months. This is just where I don't talk. I write messages when it's very important, and I still text and things like that. But my memory says that around 6th grade, I didn't talk for 6 months. But now every time I tell someone that, it seems as though they don't believe me. So now I'm starting to not believe myself. So I just finished up the 2 days. It ended Monday at 7 p.m. So yesterday. This was on the cusp of a discussion I'd had with my partner. Somewhat of an argument or a disagreement. Definitely a miscommunication. Inside of that talk, I said things like, how do you expect me not to analyze what you're saying? I said that, how do you expect me not to calculate what you're saying and find the deeper meaning in what you're saying? And it shot back to me. When I said that out loud, it came right back to me, and because I analyzed what I'm saying too. When it came back to me, I said, Vidal, how much do you want to say? How much time are you giving the people in your life to analyze it before you're moving on to the next thing? And how much are you analyzing just the beginning of what they say and not looking to hear the full picture, the full story before analyzing the full context? On top of this, I wanted to have an experience of the people and my reality being at its most natural state. There's times where I feel that I'm imposing my energy inside of, or to people, to places, to things, to where I'm more so covering up the actuality, and I'm creating my own reality inside of the actuality. The actuality would be what everyone can see, and the reality would be how the experience is interpreted. So once done that, the state of things felt at first less alive. If I went into a familiar place, it'd feel less alive because I could tell that my energy wasn't going all the way through the people and all the way through the things and the experiences. But what I was able to do was find the aliveness inside of not what my spirit is bringing to the table. Another way of saying this is finding the aliveness that's outside myself that I normally project from inside of myself, even though it's all the same thing. From this, there were some harsh truths. Not harsh, but there were some realities. That's much for me to apologize for. There's much for us all, maybe, I don't know, to apologize for. I do know there's much for us all to apologize for. And you have to, or from my experience, being quiet will show you what you need to apologize for quickly. In one regard, there's someone in my life that I share a space with often that I don't look at, I don't see. I did not see. And the past lesson from my Sunday's learning is to always find the peace of the spirit that lies within us all. And sometimes I don't look for the spirit as when I thought I always was looking for the spirit in other people. On top of this, I'm so brash I am hateful and not hate. I am spiteful. I am judgmental by word's sake. Many times I would find myself about to, or I'd be thinking something that I normally would say out loud that would kind of be offensive, but I'd cover it up under the guise of, I don't really feel that way. But once I was saying it in my head, I said, Vidal, I was thinking to myself, Vidal, what's the difference? If you're saying it, then you feel it. That was a big one. Well, that's all I have for now. I wrote down a few other things of what I learned inside of this notebook. They may be more selfish, personal learnings, What I learned from the 2 day of silence, even the spirit needed a break from myself. I don't know if you have a dialogue going on in your head. During the waking hours, this dialogue continues as your thoughts. And the part of you that is not your body sometimes needs a break from your thoughts. This is called meditation in some ways. Well, meditation is usually thought of as being performed alone. With the vow of silence, not speaking for the 2 days, I was in a sense of a constant meditation. So even the spirit of me got a break from the thoughts of me. It's good. I wish I would remember that on day 1. Oh, let's talk about this. So the reactions of I feel like I'm covering the mic. I hope I don't need to start the whole video over again. But the reactions from others, there was 2 types of reactions I would see, maybe 3. All of them were with an entertaining curiosity to where you don't have to know more, but you could ask a question or 2 if you needed to. There were people, I didn't talk with as many people, of course. How many people can I talk with, right? But there was one person that I'd known for some time. He said, well, since you're not talking, let me tell you a story. Another person good in my life says, it's going to be weird not being able to talk to you. Other people would just say, oh, okay, I had a note. I don't have it here, I don't believe. No, but I would write little notes like these. But the note said, what's up? I'm not talking today. Think of it like fasting, but with words. And some people would just like, okay, they would smile. Like they would be like, oh. As though my vow of silence was also their vow of silence. What I learned as well is people really have an affinity for sign language. A lady says to me, sorry, oh my gosh, it's getting even worse now. Oh no, it's okay, we're gonna have to move on. Okay. Anyways, the lady says to me, I didn't think I could learn sign language during my vow of silence. She says, I didn't think I could learn sign language, but using Jesus Christ, I learned it very fast. Which is parallel of just being silent and using the Spirit or God. What does this say? Quiet mind meditation is often difficult to translate, apply outside the prayer space. So that's back to meditating outside in the real world. And just an ending thought is, for me, it was, how much closer do we plan to grow toward our Heavenly Father? How much closer? Well, a lot was learned. At the end of the day, the big lesson is to just shut up sometimes. Peace, peace, peace.